All right, Chris, so every year teams enter the season and then everyone thinks they're going to win the Super Bowl and then the games start.
Rank and smash. Let's start by ranking the 5 best teams in the NFL.
Let's do it. Number 5.
Niners are too low. The 49ers are too low. And I thought you were just, doing a favor for your friend Kyle Shanahan.
That of Tom.
Porn star Jimmy.
They have the quarterback that
Sandwich
Belichick
chips.
is getting.
Nothing to see here. It's time for me to break out my power rankings for week.
Well, thanks for watching Numbskull News. Today, NFL Power Rankings Week 7. And we're just going to go with the top 10. But first, I want to talk about the teams that did not make my top 10. Let's start with the Texans. It's mostly due to the record. They're 4-3. There's 10 other teams that are doing better and have a better record. Cowboys, they righted the ship against the Eagles, knocked the crap out of them, but it's not enough. They're 4-3. Same thing with the Rams. They righted the ship, got a big win, but 4-3. As at this point, they're outside looking in on the top 10. The Colts 4-2, coming off a loss. I think they had an early bye week, but they still have some work to do. But they're right there on the cusp. Having said that, let's start with number 10. I got the Panthers coming off a win against Jacksonville. Not a great team, expected to win. However, you're starting Kyle Allen. Cam Newton's been out, and you guys have been killing it with Kyle Allen. Apparently they're going to stick with him. And, look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Cam's got to get right, even if that cost him the rest of the year. He really needs to get right. At number 9, the Vikings. Kirk Cousins just blowing up. But we seem to see that every year with Kirk Cousins. He'll have a nice stretch in the middle of the season. You're like, man, this dude's the best quarterback in the league. And then he turns back into Kirk Cousins. That's typically what happens. But I have to give it to him. Really good win. Salty win against the Lions, who were better than I thought they would be. The Chiefs had some trouble. Lost Patrick Mahomes, man. That's a killer. But they killed the Broncos en route to doing that. So got to give it up to them. Number 8 for the Chiefs. I don't know if they got enough to stick around without Patrick Mahomes. Stick around in the top 10, that is, and not lose some games. But, we'll see. At number 7, coming off a loss, the Seahawks. Man, I'm still majorly impressed with the Seahawks. Russell Wilson, he's got to have the inside track on the MVP for the season. Still got a lot of season to go. We'll see what happens, but that guy, he's already got a gold jacket, man. He's got one waiting on him in Canton. Number 6, the Ravens. Impressive as hell. Lamar Jackson himself. He's in the MVP discussion as well. I have him on one of my fantasy teams, and he saved my season. Started out the year with Andrew Luck. Of course, he retires. And I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? Look on the waiver wire, and there's Lamar Jackson. And I'm like, maybe I'll get some rushing touchdowns out of him. And the dude's been great this year. Saved my ass. So, and the Ravens, impressive win against the Seahawks. Just dominated them. And I haven't seen them manhandled like that on the road or at home all year. Number 5, the Bills. I mean, they haven't played a lot of great teams. Their one loss is the Patriots, but I mean, look, they played the Patriots hard. This is a solid team. They play a lot of people close. I mean, it was only a 10-point win versus the Dolphins, but their defense is good. Their run game's pretty good, and that's going to help you stay in games. And you got the Eagles coming up next, and this run game ought to be able to go off against the Eagles. I'm sorry, the Eagles are overblown. Everyone talks about, the number 2 team against the rush. It's because they're not playing anybody who rushes the ball. The first team they really played with a real rushing attack is the Dallas Cowboys and killed them. The Bills, say what you want, man. Frank Gore is still getting it done. They got a young kid there, Singleton, who's got a lot of talent, had some injuries, he's come back. They're going to be all right. 4, This is a tough one for me to decide, but I'm going to go with the Packers. Beat the living crap out of the Raiders, but the Raiders are a little better than everyone thought they were. They are. They're a 500 club right now, but so is it impressive to really put it on the Raiders? Maybe not. Maybe not, but it's still a great win. They have a great record. They're 6-1 on the year. That's a great start by any measurement. The only reason I don't have him number 3, the only reason is just I am blown away by what the Saints have done. Without Drew Brees, they are also 6-1, coming off a win against the Bears, which they could have. All these games, I can make a case that every game they've played since losing Drew Brees, they should have lost. But they find a damn way to win. Number 2, 49ers are the second. 49ers get the second seed in the top 10. And it's because they're undefeated. And look, you beat the Redskins 9-0. It's not going to get you excited. However, there was a lot of weather, raining like hell. They just weren't that impressive against the Redskins, but they got the win. It's the most important stat, the win column. But, look, man, you're undefeated. You're on the top of my list until someone knocks you off. Having said that, the number 1 spot, of course, the New England Patriots. And they're really not going to get any competition. They haven't had any yet. But got to go back to the old Ric Flair saying, buddy, to be the man, you got to beat the man, and no one's beat the man yet. So, number 1 spot for the defending champs. Good for them. They can go to hell, but I got to give them the respect. Number 1. Thanks for watching this video. I'll be back with some other crap later. Bye.